Hello, and welcome to the channel Masculine Pulse. Hopefully you're good. Hopefully you're good. Okay, so today I want to talk about a conversation that I had with a friend. He was asking me because he's very devout, church going Christian, okay? He asked me the question, how come you don't go to church and everything else? And my response is in this video now. Here's why I quit church going on to about 15 years now. Why did I quit the congregation? Why did I stop? Any good old black man, whether you're on the continent of Africa or the United States, because I've been in all these parts of the world, we are churchgoers. We love church, and our fundamental belief system of what we know, is from the church. Why did I stop going? I think that the reason I stopped going, I would almost title this video the reason why the church should be killed off. As it stands, the church as it stands. Now, do I believe in the Most High God? Yes, I do. Do I believe in the scriptures? Yes, I do. Do I believe in the Son, Yahushua HaMashiach? Yes, I do. But we got to understand that the scripture talks about the prince of the air, right? If I was the prince of the air, Satan, Lucifer, it makes sense that I run the church. Okay? It would make sense that I set up an organization that mimics. So do you get good morals from the church? Yes, you do. Somebody was on the streets, was a prostitute, they were a drug addict, and they end up in the church and they become somewhat good. Okay? It makes sense if you were a mastermind to have the church existent for the greater good. But it's not all good. Just like they talk about poison. Okay, rat poison is not all bad poison. It's good food with a little bit of poison in it. For the most part, church started off with a whole lot of good and only a tiny bit of poison. And as people got accustomed to it, they injected. That's where you could have the Beyonce say, "I thank Jesus." That's where you can have all these movie star who are DL or download brothers, but they thank God, the P. Diddy's of this world, the Snoop Dogg's, who pledge allegiance to the Beyonce's, the Jay-Z's, even in African circles, Oyo Depo. We know now, we're awake to the fact. Emmanuel TV. Now, I know that there's a lot of good people in these circles, and these men who are papas these days, or reverend, or daddy, they may dispense some good from time to time. But does that make them wholesome? No. Why did I quit church? Because it's a business. Most of the pastors are pimping people. They have, tell me what man does not desire power in this world? Okay, money and power. If a man knows that if I was born without the features of beauty as women would deem it, would see me fit to be beautiful, money and power will do the trick. And what's the fastest way to attain those things? Have a church. When your church, they respect you. Oh, brother, or pastor, or papa, daddy. I know, and then you gotta do them home visitations from time to time, right? So I noticed for the business element of what it was, the manipulation elements of what it is. When you're small, yes, you take the good and you don't know what's going on, but eventually you start to see that all the debauchery, all the base behaviors are in the church in the name of I'm trying, or Jesus still love me. Now I know most of y'all are still there and are faithful people and they won't come at me. But I've been around the block enough to argue with people. The online thing is not a big deal. I've argued with people on the ground. And I went as far as trying to go from different circles. I went from being Baptist, the Pentecostal background, then I went to different circles to see if there was a difference. I've been in Anglican circles because of my aunts. I've been in SDS circles, Seventh Adventist circles for a long time. I've seen what they do, but they're all not serving the Most High. The higher echelon know what they're doing. Maybe the individual pastors may not know. I doubt that. Individual congregation members, some of them are doing it out of being faithful, perhaps. But when you start to see the big picture, men know game. Game recognize game, you know. If you're a liar, you recognize a person who's a liar. If you're a thief, you know how thieves move. When you're in the church, you see the program. It's not focused on serving the Most High. And let's not talk about the fact that the scriptures is a hijacked book with a whole lot of changing names. Like the Most High, Yahuwah, his name is changed to just God. God. And therefore, when you say I like to thank God, you don't know who I'm talking about. I don't personalize it. So why did I stop going to church? Because there's a lot of lies, you know. The born again virgins. You heard of that? Born again virgins. People be pimping them and stolen. Even the tithing concept. Tithing is not a New Testament concept. That don't get me started on that. We ain't supposed to. If we're doing the law, we're doing the law. If we're not doing the law, we're not doing the law. Oh, you got to tithe. You know, first fruit. They're just stealing money from people. Now, do I believe in the Most High? Yes, I do. Do I believe in faith? Yes, I do. Without morality and faith, I believe people are lost. People doing their own thing. But now, even though ordaining of female ministers is not scripture, but you got them and people are following them, and men are backing them. So tell me, if the template says others and the copies are saying another, so the church is supposed to be a representation of the template, which is the scriptures, and if it's contrary, why do we follow? It's because it's a strong delusionment. It's crazy. That's why I don't care for church. Yes, people that are sincere, cool. But it's not the destination point for righteousness or holiness. They don't care about that. They just care about grace and salvation, deliverance, salvation. Where I live, I see a lot of young boys and girls going to church, even go as far as overnight. Do you know what they're doing at the overnight church session? I'm gonna leave it to your imagination what they're doing on these overnight things. There's no structure. Anything goes. This is the reason, and many more reasons. Primarily, I recognize churches as a business. They make money off it. You know, in fact, they're charging these young boys. They're charging them to go to this overnight session because the musicians there need to get paid. Whatever, you know. So church to me is not the go. I don't believe in church. I think the modern day church should be destroyed. It's manipulating our minds, especially in Africa. It's terrible. I disagree with it. Does it create a type of morality? No, it creates a hypocrisy. A hypocrisy such that makes people think they're holy when they're not. You know, in Africa, there's witchcraft. You may not believe in witchcraft, but trust me, there is. And the biggest witches, guess where they hide? The church. And sometimes you may find it's the pastor. Matter of fact, I think the pastor is using witchcraft to make people fall over. Anyway, I'm thinking way too much here, but that's the point. And in the black churches, people are pimping, living large off people that don't got nothing, tithing offerings, and guilt tripping people on people that don't got nothing. Prostitution in the church, the choir members, and homosexual in the church, and the scriptures contrary to all of that. So I would take the scriptures, but I won't take the church. I'm good. Okay, those are some of my reasons. You can be a righteous person, holy person, serving the Most High, reading the scriptures, but you don't got to be in church. So for those that ask, I'm going to reference you to this video. All right. Hopefully anybody doesn't misquote me as saying, "Oh, church is what made you who you are." I am part of the product, but progressively, just like television, it started off good. There was wholesome television shows where, like the Bill Cosby back then, the family dynamic was strong and shown on TV. Now, what are we saying? Modern day dating, modern day families, 90-day fiance. So the intention would have been there, but I don't recommend. For me, I backed off a long time ago because I saw it for what it is. Serve the Most High, yes, but church, Peace, love, and blessings.